Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for pointing that out. We got a good distance on the mic there. All right. All right. We should be good now. How y'all doing? I got new fucking hat today. All right. I'm trying to get it to fit on my fucking head right now. Can y'all hear me now? Are we good now? Sorry, y'all. I know I took a second. It's it was just a whole thing. It's always a whole thing. You know. All right, y'all. I'm gonna keep it a $1.50 with you. I'm gonna keep it at 100. I'm pretty fucking depressed today. I really didn't want to do anything today, but I thought that instead of wallowing in that and feeling bad about myself because I'm not doing anything, I should just do something, and then maybe I'll feel better. So if I'm not on my A game tonight, you know, I apologize, but I appreciate you all. Thanks, friend. Yeah, we're just gonna go through. The stacks were not as big as I thought they were. I was going through the stuff that I have to talk about today. And a lot of it was stuff that I had pulled out to watch the special features, as opposed to stuff that I like actually bought recently. So, yeah, it's not that much stuff. So we'll kind of take it as we go. I'm trying to figure out what the best. It's pretty good. I don't know. It's a cheap hat. It's not really staying on like that, you know. It's fine. That looks good. I think that's where we want it. But it's purple. It's like the one I had before, but it's purple. It's different. It's on brand. You know what I'm saying? I've been rather down since Udo Kier's passing. It is a bummer. You know. What have you guys been up to? Let's do a vibe check. What have y'all been doing? Any good watches lately? Any notable? Well, you know, since we're doing Blu-ray updates today, any notable purchases from y'all as of late? I'd like to hear about that. This hat is kind of bothering me. We might bail on the hat. We'll see. Yeah, feel free to share. I meant to redo my nails and I didn't do that. Yeah, we're doing the thing. I only bought one item. This VS sale, Hookers on Davy 4K. I've been waiting a year to buy it on sale. That's one I need to get, or at least like watch, you know? That one was like a pretty big deal, I think. Couple Severin box sets and the Video Nasty documentaries. Which box sets did you get? Oh no, the hat fell. Does that look... Maybe it needs to go to the side? Is that my issue? Danza Macabre 1 and 3. Nice. Why not 2? Did that not have anything you wanted in it, or do you have it already? I feel like that's better. It's supposed to go to the side? I don't know. It's been just 5 minutes of me adjusting my hat. It keeps pushing like hair in my face, but not in the way where I can move it. It's just like in my eyes. I don't know. Stu Friedrich's Hide and Seek was an excellent first watch. I don't know what that is. Let's pull that up. Should probably have my microphone away from my keyboard. That would make sense. Here we go. Oh, wrong one. Dude, everything is a goddamn nightmare. Oh, fucking... This is Criterion Channel. Nice. Mixes documentary interviews of memories of lesbian adolescence with the story of the 12-year-old girl Lou discovering her sexuality in 1960s America. That sounds pretty good. I should probably re-up my Criterion Channel subscription. I just wasn't using it enough to justify the cost, I think. Yeah. This looks really good. I'll have to look into that. While watching the trailers, we thought 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 looked better, and they were cheaper than 2. Celeste, what do you want for Christmas? You know, I have a Amazon wish list, and I was trying to add non-Amazon items to it because there's a few things that are not on Amazon that I really want lately, and couldn't figure out how to do it. At least not like with links and stuff, you know. I could just add like words or like text or whatever, but I couldn't find any way to add links. But my Amazon wish list is in the description of all my videos. Should be in this one too. Yeah, it is. Someone can tell me how to do that. Addie watched Suspiria for the first time last night. That's pretty exciting. I think that that is a really cool thing to get to see for the first time. Also, thanks for being here, Icarus. I appreciate that. Sorry if I already asked, but did you end up watching Blood for Dracula, Flesh for Frankenstein in October? I sure did. I sure did. Blood for Dracula was my favorite watch of the month. And it was nice rewatching Flesh for Frankenstein in 4K UHD. It wasn't like the best 4K I'd ever seen, but it was pretty good. You know, I tried like, I thought maybe I could put something in here to make it stay up, but it didn't really work. Sorry, y'all. I'm like hyper fixated on this hat. Although, are they supposed to be going down like this? Is it supposed to be a floppy sort of moment? Is that what they're supposed to look like? I don't know. I watched Shark's Deep Blood. I love D'Amato, but that movie just sucks. Dude, there's not a lot of good shark movies. Like, there just isn't. I don't know. I don't know what it is, why that formula just doesn't seem to work very often, but I'm trying to think of like good shark movies that I've seen, and I'm struggling a bit, to be honest. I loved it. The soundtrack was so good. It is one of the better, no, one of the best film scores of all time. Like for sure. Rule Jaws rules. I've never seen that one. Although they had it back up on sale at Severin. Okay, let me tell you all real quick what happened on Thursday night. So I was planning on streaming from my end as well, and then I could just screen share the StreamYard thing on my end, and then it would have this lovely frame and the chat on the screen and everything like that, and everything would be cool and chill, right? Oh, by the way, the chat has been fairly active already, so I appreciate that. Thanks, y'all. It's you're making my job easier, so thank you. I don't know how much vamping I have in me, so it's nice to riff off of others. And yo, it's the last day of November, and we're 91.67% of the way to our goal. That's pretty cool, I gotta say. Hey Val, thanks for being here. You have not missed anything. We're just fucking hanging out. Although Icarus was here earlier, so that was cool. What am I trying to say? Oh, and like fucking loving the hat. Thank you. It's been the only thing that I've been focused on all night because it's bothering me. But we're powering through. We're powering through. Okay. Talking about sharks. That's accurate. That is the main thing we've talked about today. You know what? I love sharks. Can I just talk about that? How they're very goofy, silly animals, and I think that they're unfairly maligned, and I think that that's really cool. You know what I mean? Like, they're good. I don't think it's cool that they're unfairly maligned, but it makes me sympathetic to them. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I fixed my thing so that if I want to, I can actually share my screen again. I hear Bigwig crying outside. Very few of them eat grass. I don't think any sharks eat grass. Do you mean people? Or do maybe sharks smoke weed? I don't know, man. Okay, and so all I had to do, and this worked when I bonnet head sharks. I would bring the cat in, but he's gonna walk all over the keyboard and like actually destroy the stream right now. So I don't know about all that. Very few of them eat grass. Bonnet head sharks. All right, I'm looking this up. Bonnet head shark. Yo. All right. Let me share. Let me share with the class. Look at this shit. Bro, that's crazy. I got together with my old guitar player Friday and we wrote a song, first song we've written together in 15 plus years. That's cool. Good for you guys. Is the only shark species known to display sexual dimorphism in the morphology of the head, and is one of 2 shark species known to be omnivorous. Oh, so they do eat grass. You got crazy teeth. Adult females have a broadly rounded head, whereas males possess a distinct bulge. Diet. Bonnet heads also ingest large amounts of seagrass, which has been found to make up around 62.1% of gut content mass. Icarus, you should get a tattoo of this. I think that would be really cool. The shark may perform this activity to protect its stomach against the spiny carapaces? I'm gonna Google that. Hard upper shell. Carapace. Okay. Okay. Found they could digest seagrass with at least moderate efficiency. That's what I'm always shooting for, is moderate efficiency. If I can get that, at least we're doing okay. Oh no, it's endangered. It's fucked up. That's fucked up. Be nice to sharks. They're so goofy looking, dude. Let's pull up the images. If there's one thing about me, is that I love to pull up an image of a shark. Hell yeah. They're goofy. Look, he's just hanging out. Like, come on. They're the silliest looking animals. Sorry I'm late. Cool sharks. Thank you. And you're good. All right. I did ask Val to draw me a tattoo of these guys' favorite sharks ever. That's awesome. There he is with his grass. Dude. Thank you for sharing. This is awesome. We love this. Oh, look at the drawing. This would make a good one. It kind of looks like a hammerhead. I believe it said it was a type of hammerhead, right? Small member of the hammerhead shark genus, Sphaerna. Pretty good. I still need to do that good reminder. Yeah, Val. Val's been sick, so he gets an excuse. I also asked Val to do some more art for me in exchange for weed or money, whichever he prefers. Is bonnet head shark good eating? No. No. They're not good to eat. They're bad to eat. They're only 13 pounds? Dude, they're cat-sized. They're literally cat-sized. That's crazy. This is what happens when I advertise a chill stream. We just talk about sharks, you know? We're just hanging out. Distinct Bulge, great song titles. I'm stealing it. Hell yeah. How was your vegan turkey day? It was okay. It was okay. That's less pounds than Phineas. He's 15 pounds. That's only like 2.5 more than Bigwig. They're literally cat-sized, dude. They're chihuahua-sized animals. It's amazing. My turkey day, I don't know, it was kind of sad. I didn't have anything to do other than cat sit, so I like spent the whole day working. And we had to catch up on an order for work, so I was basically just working. Yeah. How was yours? How was yours, Icarus? I hope it was nice. I don't know what your relationship is like with your family, but if it's like every other fucking trans person I know, it's not super cash money. So I hope you had a nice day. I also worked. One of my coworkers quit. Yeah, happens to the best of us. Yeah, just a lot of my friends were leaving to see their families, so I got to hang out with cats all day. That's a nice way to look at it, right? What else? Small member, distinct bulge. Are we talking about sharks? Yeah, man. They're very dick themed. They're dick themed animals. Our cats act like the world is ending if we shut a door. I mean, that is classic cat behavior, you know? I don't the reason we're doing this and not also a Letterboxd update is because I have literally watched 4 movies since the last time we did one. It's been brutal. Do you know how not myself I feel that I went 4 full days without watching a movie? That's crazy. That's like the biggest gap maybe all year. I'm a movie a day person at least, you know? Okay. Well, I guess let's get started. You can actually kind of see the piles in the shot here. So you can kind of get a sneak preview. Hey Nosferatu, thanks for being here. We got a decent crowd here. Got all of our favorites, all of our pals are in attendance. That's good. If you picked one movie to watch every day of a year, what would it be? It'd have to be like really rewatchable, right? Like, or maybe something short so I could do something else. What's a really short movie? I don't know, that's a good question. That sounds kind of like torture, no matter what it is, but I mean, the obvious thing is The Wicker Man because it's my favorite movie, and it's also relatively short, and it's also got a lot of music in it, and so like I listen to a lot of the same music all the time, right? And so it would just be like kind of listening to the soundtrack every day. But I also don't want to ruin my favorite movie, you know? Or it would just become like ingrained in my heart and soul, you know? Freaks is a short movie. I'd watch that one every day. I wonder what I would pick. Is it Phantasm? Freaks is a good one. That could be an inspirational choice as well. Now you got me thinking. Let me look through my 10s and see if there's something where I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'd watch that every single day. Yep, I guessed correctly. There's a few of these that could work. I'm gonna go with the Muppet Christmas Carol because it makes me very happy, and it has a lot of great songs in it. Um, and it would be like a build up until Christmas, you know? And then you'd have a little bit of a cool down period and the taint at the end of the year, you know? Um, I think that's the one that's the least likely to make me want to pull my hair out by the end of the year. I think it would be fun. Do you have to sit down and actually watch the movie, or can you have it on as background noise? Yeah, that's a good distinction. Because if I could just have it on as background noise, it might be like Lord of the Rings or something, you know? But then that's really long, so that feels like I'm punishing myself unnecessarily. um Me too. I love it so much. This might be an insane answer to that question, but I find Grizzly Man to be very like comforting and sort of meditative and thought-provoking, and I don't know. There's something where like I don't think I would hate watching that every day. I don't think you'd have to sit down and be glued to it, but I do think you would always be aware of it. It's like you have to be in the room. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Muppets. I think that would, because then it would be like half the time you're just listening to music, you know, and vibing and singing along. You love that soundtrack so much. Which one, The Fellowship of the Ring or the Muppet Christmas Carol? Because The Fellowship of the Ring might be my choice for like my favorite like film score ever. I want to choose an awful movie and see how I feel about it a year later, like Adam Sandler's Click. Wow. That's the most masochistic answer I can think of. I'm going to pick something I hate on purpose to see how we feel at the end of the year, you know? That's not a terrible idea. Fellowship. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Concerning Hobbits might be my pick for the best piece of like film music ever composed. It's so insanely good. Okay, now going with that plan, let's take a look at the at my bottom ratings and see. You know what I would watch every day for a year? I would watch War of the Worlds 2025 every day for a year. I think there would be, because every single line in that movie is hilarious. And so I think it would reveal itself. New layers would reveal itself every single day. You know? Yeah, I think so too. Some of these I'm looking at them and it would just be so painful to have to sit through them every day. Did we just become best friends because that's literally my favorite film score? I mean, I guess so. Like my favorite film soundtrack is The Wicker Man because it's like a musical and there's like real songs on it. And like The Muppets Christmas Carol would be another one that's like a strong contender. But like in terms of just film score, yeah, I don't know that it gets better than that, you know? Like not even the other movies, like Fellowship is the one, you know? I think it would either be The Muppet Christmas Carol or War of the Worlds. Thank you for the the question. Mortal Kombat. What's on the Mortal Kombat soundtrack? Let's look it up. Is it a bunch of new metal? Crazed is the best movie of the three. Oh yeah, no, this soundtrack's pretty good. I mean, I would have liked it if it was all new metal too, to be clear. But I think I was thinking like 5 years later, you know? We've got George Clinton, Gravity Kills, KMFDM, Tracy Lords, like the Like the porn star? Okay. Fear Factory, Typo Negative, Napalm Death, Buckethead. Pretty good. If you can get the Blu-ray of a movie for a lot cheaper than the 4K, do you still go with the 4K? If the 4K is available, I'll just wait to get that. Unless for whatever reason the 4K is like prohibitively expensive or not good, right? So let's say, I mean, how much is a lot cheaper? I mean, if we're even talking about 100% difference, like if there's a Blu-ray for $10 and a 4K for 20, I'm going to get the 4K for 20 because just the way my brain works, I would rather just do it now instead of like upgrading it later. Like, cause like how many times realistically are you going to watch a movie in your life, right? So it might as well be the best quality as many times as you can, right? But if it's like a movie I don't love that much and the options are a $60 second sight 4K and a $5 studio Blu-ray, like that's not really close, you know? But assuming it's something that I would buy the 4K of, yeah, I'd say most of the time I just go ahead and get the 4K. Because even if it's not that big of a, like, I'll at least know that I'm watching the best version, you know? Like, there's a part of me that's going to be bothered if I had the option to get a better version and I didn't do it. Like, that's going to bother me, you know? And then I'm going to feel like I have to upgrade it, and then I'm going to have to sell it, and it's just a whole thing. It's just easier to cut to the chase, you know? I have the Muppets stuck in my head now. There's a lot of really bad Christian movies in my 1 out of 10s. I'm going to share my screen real quick so you guys can see all the movies that I've rated 1 out of 10. 63 of them. They're mostly Christian movies. Some terrible comedy specials. Some racist shit. Some conspiracy theory documentaries. And then a few, like, just awful movies, you know? Like, there's nothing really offensive about them necessarily. They're just that bad, you know? I don't know. Tell me if there's any, like, crazy hot takes in here, but, Godzilla 98, best Christian movie ever made. Maybe that's the one I'll watch every day. Maybe I could, Nick Cage, Wicker Man, indeed. It's kind of insane how bad that movie is. Double Indemnity, the 40s one, absolutely not. This is the made-for-TV remake. And it is really, really bad. It probably doesn't help that I watched it right after. But man, I really didn't like it. No, the 40s one is a masterpiece. That movie is amazing. The Bees. Indeed. Let's say, what did I miss? No, you're good. You didn't miss anything. And let me do that. That's probably good. I've been hearing some people tell me that this is actually like good, and I don't believe you. I think these movies are like really gross. Like, and I mean that like actually they just gross me out. And like the gross out comedy is like, and I think they're also probably fairly offensive, but I don't know. I don't remember it too bad. See, you're a Bill Engvall fan. Yeah, for sure. Well, there you go. There's a window into my soul. To see the worst movies I've ever watched exist right here. This one right here is the worst movie I've ever seen. I mean that very sincerely. It's actually astonishing how bad this movie is. It's only 69 minutes long and it felt like it was 3 hours. It's actually insane how bad this movie is. It's also really racist. So, there's that. Dead-Eyed Nemo. Yeah. Join faith-fueled friends, Muggles and Joy, as they visit the beautiful Finding Jesus Bay, a place where Christian stories are told night and day. It rhymes. Guided by the sea's best storyteller, Professor Shark, they hear all about the endless kindness and boundless love of their creator. You know, when we start doing our terrible Christian movie watch-alongs, this might have to be on the docket, just so you could watch me actually lose my mind in real time. Yeah. Oh man. I still haven't decided how I want to do that. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway, we're almost at an hour and I haven't even gotten started. So, first thing, I titled this Black Friday Blu-ray haul or whatever the fuck. It's a little bit clickbait. I won't lie to you. I didn't really get anything for Black Friday. I got one thing. Well, that's not true. I ordered another thing today, but it's not like here, you know. So, but it is the Black Friday weekend stream sale stuff, right? Anyway, I was out gift shopping and I couldn't resist. I saw it. I had to do it to him. I had to treat myself. I was out and about on Thanksgiving. Okay. I was doing the most. Had to do it. Had to get my boy. You know? Did that Behind the Green Door come out for Black Friday? It sure did. So I have that ordered. And I will be reviewing it in due time. Yeah, this and Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me were the ones that I really wanted this time, because they're ones that I'm probably going to be rewatching sooner rather than later. And I was like, I'll just get whichever one they have. And they did not have Twin Peaks. And they had this one. I was kind of thinking about it, and I'm like, in my head, I was like prioritizing stuff that I'd never seen before because like it was going out of print, or like, I don't know, it was just more exciting to see something new or whatever. But I was like, the whole point of like investing in these is like for stuff that you're going to rewatch over and over again. And like, that's what this is. This is one of my all-time favorite movies. Like, I'm gonna watch this again, you know? So here it is. 4K Blu-ray combo pack. It's got a bit of a crease on it. What can you do? Digipack type shit. And then it has some fun packaging. There's your booklet. That was a bad sound. I didn't like that at all. And then you have your discs. But look at this shit. Look at this. Hell yeah, dude. My boy pops out. It's fucking sick. Have you seen the transfer yet? I sure haven't. I'm excited. And then you get the image on the back. Lovely. Lovely stuff. I'm probably going to host a Godzilla marathon at my house at some point. And I'll want to have this to kick it off, you know? I get my fucking projector fixed. It's a goddamn nightmare, dude. Okay. I need to get into Godzilla, a real blind spot for me. I mean, I get that. We'll drive out for I mean, anybody who's watching this is invited, you know? Like if you, well, not really, not necessarily. If you're cool like that, you're good. Yeah, I was gonna say if you didn't grow up with it, it is kind of a lot, you know. There's a lot of these movies. And I think as long as you start here, you can kind of go from there. You don't necessarily have to watch them in order. You can kind of skip around. I don't know. Jeff, help me out in chat. What's your Godzilla starter pack? You had to pick 5 films for people to watch. Did you get Godzilla vs. Biollante 2? No, not yet. I do really need to get that one, but not yet. Does that 4K also have the American version? It sure does. I don't think it's in 4K, but it's on here. Yeah, no, high definition digital restoration of Godzilla King of the Monsters. Yeah. I would say if you're gonna start If you just want like an overview, you know, let me look up my Godzilla list. As someone who didn't grow up with Godzilla, Mothra was my favorite to start. Like just Mothra or Godzilla versus Mothra? Not to be annoying about it. Godzilla 54, Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla, Mothra versus Godzilla. Okay. Let me get my list over here. I would say you definitely want this one. That's your starter. Versus Mothra, okay. I think Mothra versus Godzilla is going to be your next one. I think Destroy All Monsters is probably a good one too. Versus Gigan is really good. I've only seen a lot of these once, so I'm not necessarily saying that these are the best ones, or like, I also really like this one too. I love this movie so much, but I don't know that this is a starter. I mean, maybe if it's at the end of your starter pack, you know? I don't know, man. There's some bangers, you know? Destroy is a good one too, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's in agreement that Godzilla 54 and then Mothra versus Godzilla 64 are like your two to start with. And then do I have the big box set? I sure do. I sure do. It's in the living room. I mean, the other way to do it is just to get that and go through them, you know. They do get a little samey, but, you know. And then yeah, a lot of people don't like that box set because of the way the discs are housed in there, but I feel like most people have like a disc wallet, you know? Just put them in that. It'll be fine, you know? Most of the Showa ones are on HBO Max. They're also all on the Criterion channel, which it sounds like you have. So you could go for that too. All right, moving along. I did a little bit indulge in the insane Screen Factory deals that were happening. Nothing on the website because of shipping. Like to get enough stuff to get free shipping is like $75 or something like that, which is fairly reasonable, but like I was not trying to drop 75 bucks, and I almost did. I resisted. I had a cart built up and everything, but I didn't do it. But Amazon was price matching a lot of this shit. And this is a movie that I have seen. I have actually seen this exact transfer, and I think it's really, really amazing. I love this movie, and I'll probably watch it again. So I went ahead and grabbed it, and that's the Evil Dead remake. I really love this movie. I think it's a lot better than the new one, Evil Dead Rise. Not my favorite. And yeah, I think it's really good, actually. Like, this is 8 out of 10 type shit for me. If anybody wants the slipcover, let me know, because I'm probably going to sleeve this. So if you're trying to get slipped up, hit me up. What kind of features does this have? Some cool featurettes. Yeah, I don't know. This movie's fucking disgusting and nasty, and that's kind of what this is all about. So I was into it. This next one is one that I haven't seen. But it was Amazon price glitch. I think this ended up being like $15 or something like that, or maybe 17. It was under 20, which is insane for a Criterion 4K, but it's Funny Girl. I haven't opened this up yet. But yeah, I'll take any price glitches on this shit, you know? Cuz they're not dipping below 25 bucks, you know? That's just that's what they are, you know? So, it's not like Vinegar Syndrome where they might drop it for like $10 or whatever, or Severin or any of that stuff, right? Criterion, you know what you're gonna pay. and when you're going to pay that, you know? So let me switch over to live chat, actually, just to make sure I haven't missed anybody's messages. I have not. Cool. If any of y'all have seen this, let me know. William Wyler, Barbra Streisand. I'm into that. But yeah, it's mainly just taking advantage of the price error. And then another one, this is a movie that I love, that I used to own on Blu-ray, that I lost in the divorce, and it went out of print randomly. So I checked on Amazon, and it was like $21, I think, maybe, like that. Like, it was a really good price. It's not like it was MSRP or even like regular Amazon price. Like, they had it marked at a sale price for whatever reason. So I went ahead and grabbed it before it went totally out of print. Maybe there will be a better version down the line, but in that case, I'll keep it sealed until I watch it again. And there are people who are going to want the Criterion version of it, even if there's a 4K or a nicer edition down the line, you know? So I figured I'd go ahead and future-proof myself a little bit. Antichrist. Lars von Trier, our favorite problematic king. Although it looks kind of messed up. Oh no, that's the print. I was like, what the fuck is on the back of this? There's like a raven or like a crow, but it looks like it's like smudge. It looks like it's filth. Yeah, I think this movie's fucked up and I like it. So there's that. Not a fan of his movies. That's fair. They're very iconoclastic. They're very I think that's a good way of putting it. Love that one. Like, if an evil Tarkovsky made a horror film. You know, just like art house horror movies, that's like the intersection of like the two things that I love the most. And so that's like my sweet spot for like the things I want to watch the most, you know? So Lars von Trier definitely scratches that itch. I really like his movies, generally speaking, but I understand that they're not for everybody. Chaos Reigns. Hell yeah. Hard. That'd be a good tattoo. Next was another... I don't know why this was on such a good deal, but it was like $30. Something crazy for what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Amazon, I don't know what they're doing, but they just be glitching out and having like really good prices on stuff randomly. And that's typically when I buy, because I don't make any money. So I have to be very careful about my purchases. And I mean, like, this is a decent amount of stuff, but keep in mind, when was the last time we did an update? Let's see. Let us see. Yeah, it was 5 months ago. So this is 5 months worth of purchases. So there's nothing crazy going on here, right? Excuse me. Anyway, next one is the Alfred Hitchcock Classics Collection. This is what, volume 3? I've seen all these movies, which is nice. Rope, The Man Who Knew Too Much, Torn Curtain, Topaz, and Frenzy. 4 of those are absolute fucking bangers. And one of them I really, really, really don't like, but for $30, it was basically free. So it's fine. Rope is one of my favorites. The Man Who Knew Too Much is another one of my favorites of his. I think that's like a fucking solid 9 out of 10 fucking banger. Better than the original version, I think. Torn Curtain is like kind of reactionary in its politics, but like, what a tight fucking thriller, dude. Like, goddamn. Topaz is like one of the dullest movies I think I've ever seen. I mean, it has one absolutely stunning, gorgeous shot, and then the rest of it is like snooze fest. It was funny on the special features because I went through my Blu-ray box set and I watched all the features on it and everything, and there's like a little documentary for every one of those films, and the one for this one was just the guy basically being like, I know that this seems like a bad movie, but it's it's actually not as bad as you think. And I'm like, well, that's not great. Hi, Steven. Thanks for being here. Hope y'all had a good holiday, Thanksgiving, weekend, all that shit. And Frenzy is the nastiest movie he's ever made. Total banger, blood and nudity, slasher shit. I feel like this is what he would have been making if he could get away with it, like his whole career, you know? We're just going through these, and so far they're all just okay. Well, they were the first few stacks. The rest of these are Vinegar Syndrome sales. But the first stack is all just like Amazon pricing errors, or just like majorly discounted shit for whatever reason. No, Topaz is that bad. There's a reason it never gets talked about other than that one magical shot. Okay, it's not just me. That movie is terrible. Like, it's so boring. And then there's just that one shot, and you're like, whoa, that's really good. And like, when that hit, I was like, have I not been paying attention? Do I need to pay attention? And then I immediately was back to snooze fest. Anyway, the next one is another pricing thing. This was like, I don't know, $10, something really, really low. It's the Arrow Video 4K for basket case. It's his longest film too. Man, it felt like it. Brutal. I've never seen this, but I've heard enough good things about it that I thought it was worth whatever I paid for it, which was not a lot. I mean, like a movie ticket is what it cost, you know? The tenant in room 7 is very small, very twisted, and very mad. That's a hard poster, dude. That's sick. We've got just a wall of text for the special features, and there's a few extra films in here, I think. Like there's a some short films and the big like making of documentary or whatever. Basket case, it's fun. I prefer brain damage though when it comes to Hen and Lauder. I love basket case. Yeah, some people hyping up basket case. I know I've had some friends in the past who really liked it too. Excuse me. I wanted to watch it last month, but I didn't get around to it. Okay. Slash of the Knife. Okay. It's a short film that he made with a bunch of the same actors. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's stacked. And it's got a nice, like, matte slipcover, and it's also embossed. So, Arrow is not a label that I have started sleeving yet, so I'll keep this one as is, but... Screen Factory, I mean, like, you have this, like, nice matte finish to this thick slipcover, and then the Screen Factory one is, like, the thinnest fucking cardboard. It's fucking flimsy ass shit, you know? Okay, next is a Vinegar Syndrome order from, I think this was the halfway to Black Friday sale, and now we just had the regular one. Should I bother with any of the Severin 4K upgrades that went up today? Probably the Bay of Blood one, if you like that movie. I think that's probably gonna be an amazing addition of that. It's not my favorite. Like, I think it's really good, but I don't like love it. So that's not one that I'm gonna be prioritizing anytime soon. But if you're like a real Bay of Blood head, yeah, go for it. I've not seen the rest of them, I don't think. Let me double check. Severin. I have seen She Killed in Ecstasy, but I don't really like it. I've not seen Vampiris Lesbos. I've not seen The Devil's Reign. I've not seen Retribution. I mean, you could get Look in Italian. It's $15. They clearly only put this out because they had to. They clearly don't like this movie. And it's gonna be a bottom barrel price soon enough. You see that Bruceploitation set sold out? I did not. That's cool though. Good for them. Is today also the box set day? Yeah, I mean, This stuff is going to be on sale in a year, I think. I think the only thing that might sell out before then is, okay, yesterday was box set, that's fine. The only thing that might sell out, I think, is fucking Bay of Blood. Oh, that wasn't even one of the upgrade ones. I just think about it as one because it is an upgrade, you know, just not from them. So yeah, of these upgrade ones, I don't know, maybe Vampires Lesbos. People really like that movie, so if you like it, sure. But no, I don't see anything that I would say is a must get. I got Dungeon of Andy Milligan on Amazon because it was cheaper than sale price. Yeah, I got that on one of their sales. They did it, and it was like a really, really good price. I think it was less than half or more than half off. So I grabbed it on one of their sales. I really love that set, actually. He's a filmmaker that I like a lot. I'm like on his wavelength. So I have a YouTube notification. Nice. Yeah, we got a real Franco hater in here. Okay, so my pickups from halfway to Black Friday. Got Supermarket. It's from Subculture. This is a gay movie, from what I understand, and this was a single press, so wanted to get it because I don't really give a shit if the slipcover sells out anymore, but if the whole movie goes out of print, then I want to check it out. And it was a 4K, and it was like 20 bucks. Not too bad, right? Next, Dustin, who I don't think is in the chat tonight, but he sent me the money to buy this. He was like, you should get this. Like he tipped via the link in the description, and then he put buy the Candy Snatchers. So I did. I haven't watched it yet, but from what I understand, this is one that I'll really like. I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I'll be checking that out in due time. These other two, I must confess, I bought strategically. And I did engage in some perhaps unethical flipping. I don't know, man. If you're willing to pay $100 just for a slipcover, I'm gonna sell it to you, you know? But this first one I did get because I had the okay, it's the Showgirls slipcover. I had the original VSU box, and I don't like that artwork. Like, I actually actively don't dislike it. And I've already read the booklet, and I didn't really feel like I needed to keep it. And I actually really liked this artwork. So I was like, if I buy this and then sell that, I'll have made my money back and then some. And that's what I did, and that's what happened. So if you've never seen Showgirls, it's a fucking banger, but this is a more space efficient option. And you still get your fancy artwork, right? And then this other one, I did the same thing, but just because I liked this artwork more, and the other one still goes for a good amount of money, so I sold it. They sent me the replacement disc for that originally, and they sent me another booklet, so I have two. Well, I'll take the extra booklet if it's just, if you wanted to send it to me, I'll take it. I got the From Beyond one too, because I actually would just kept looking at it, and I just really like this artwork, and I really like this movie, and I liked it better than the other slipcover. I thought it was a little busy, and that one sold out and was going for like 80 bucks. So I didn't even have to lose a slip, which, like, you know, whatever. And look, I still get that artwork if I want it, you know? I think that's hard. That's some sick death metal shit right there. So there's that one. Next is, I think, entirely subscriber week stuff. And then that's it. Did I buy the Troll 2 4K? I sure didn't. That movie's okay, but like, I just watched it, and I sure as shit am not paying like $55 for it. That's, you know, all the power to you if you can afford that and you also want it, but no thanks. Let's see. Okay, $46. Not as bad as people are making it out to be. Relax. But the standard edition is $37. Does this come with a booklet? It sure does. Comes with a book. So you gotta get that limited if you want all the content, unfortunately. Essays by Daniel R. Budnick, Adrian Smith, and Eugenio Arcolani. I mean, it's a fun movie, but, you know, it's fine. Deborah Reed is on the commentary? Is she the hot one? That sounded uncouth. Wait, who is this? I think this is the wrong person I have pulled up. Yeah, Goblin Queen. That's her. She is on Instagram. Not a lot of posts, but that's cool. Good for you. Nice. Yeah. No, this is not one that I would... I mean, even at a good deal, I probably won't get this. Honestly, I don't know that this is one I need to, like, be watching all the time. It's not a movie that I love, so... We've been talking and debating on whether we will subscribe again this coming year. Depends on how much it goes up in price. Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely not going to. I get it. I'm not really sure who the subscription is for at this point. Like, well, okay, I guess I do know. If you're the type of person that is gonna get all these anyway, and also buys a lot of partner label and sub label releases, like month to month, and you actually watch them fast enough, then yeah, it's probably for you. My hair looks really good, by the way. I'm just commenting on that. I did wash it today. But it's like at the length that I wanted it to be at when I cut it. So I really like it. I distracted myself. What was I talking about? Or like if you're like sort of psychotically obsessed with making sure that everything you have has a slipcover on it and it doesn't sell out, then yeah, that's going to be something you want to invest in, right? But if you don't mind waiting, if you don't care about slipcovers, I don't know. Like, it feels like as soon as these things come out, they're on sale, you know? Like Subscriber Week and Black Friday and stuff, like, it feels like a lot of this stuff is not selling out. Like, let's just take a look. Over here. How much, like, which ones of these even self-cleansing? Someone's climbing up Maslow's hierarchy. I am self-cleansing. It's one of the things about me is that I can clean myself. I'm trying to see if anything that came out this year sold out. Like in terms of the slipcovers. Or, you know, at all. Trying to think of any of this. Where things are typically selling out are the partner label titles because they have such a smaller print run. Oh, the Reviver set. That's true. It did pretty much immediately. But that wasn't included. But it also did have a subscriber coupon. Probably, right? Yeah, it had special pricing. So yeah, okay. You saved $8. The keep was last year. So subscribing this year wouldn't have even done anything for you, you know? Yeah, I don't even think some of these bigger titles. A New Leaf, that one was a pretty big deal, but I don't think it sold out. Yeah, nothing here. Plenty here. Plenty here. Dirty Work did sell out. There's the one. So, you know, if you you did save like $12 on Dirty Work, you know? So there's that. Yeah, they sold a lot of these. That's kind of crazy. Man, I watched the movie and I already don't remember why there is a hairy chest as the cover art of this. You know, for me, and I didn't even like this movie, so that's not exactly... Okay, Iron Angels did too. So you got, I mean, you still had to buy it, you know, but that's something. Forgotten Jolly Volume 8 sold out. Okay. Yeah, so how many was that? 5? 5 titles that sold out? Yeah, and 3 of those? Yeah. Were like, I don't know, if you have the money and it's a set it and forget it sort of thing for you, sure, go ahead. You know, it is what it is. Like, I'm still behind. I didn't manage to watch all the ones from last year. Like, the only way that I was watching them all was when I made myself review them all. You know, like, it's just a lot to be keeping up with. So yeah, I don't know. I do see the appeal. I see why people would do it. But I do think it just gets increasingly less enticing the more sales they do, the more they flood the zone with like stuff, and the more the prices go up, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna make my video again, but I feel like I just make the same video every year at this point, but it gets a lot of views and people seem to think it's really helpful and shit off of this website every single month. Yeah, you should probably subscribe, you know, because clearly you're into this enough that you're buying all the time, and like you'll get coupons that will, like, if you get 3 partner label titles a month, that's what, $24 subtracted from your subscription price every time. So that's gonna add up. And then if you just sell the stuff you don't want, like, you'll be doing okay, you know? So yeah. But if you're like behind on your watching, and if you can't afford to buy stuff at full price and you're just cruising sales, like, obviously it's not for you, right? All right, moving along. Subscriber week. We got a lot of partner label stuff this year, so it was worth it on that part. Okay, count up the number of partner labels you got, multiply it by 8, and that's how much money you saved. So you can just reduce that from your subscription cost. So, like, you got all the stuff, all the subscriber titles, plus you got all the savings on the stuff you were going to buy anyway, right? So if you look at it like that, it's really not a bad deal. I still maintain that it's a pretty good deal. It's just a lot of money up front and a lot of titles to invest in actually watching and keeping in your house, you know? And that's kind of not where I'm at right now. But Rush Week, I talked about this on a recap at one point or another. It's a fun slasher for what it is. It's got the lesbian X on it. What is that thing called? What is it called? I'm Googling lesbian X. Lesbian X. The Labrys? We've got the room downstairs. We enjoy filling it up. Yeah, you should subscribe again. Why not? How do you pronounce how do you pronounce that? Labrys? I don't know, man. Anyway. Lesbian slashers. Very cool. Next, I wanted to watch this because I thought I was going to make a 2024 list. It's not going to happen. But Love the female lead in Rush Week. Same lead from Pale Blood. Nice. Femme. This was on a really good deal, and I really like this artwork. Like, this is fine, but I like that a lot more. It's got my colors. So, you know, I just heard nothing but, Jesus Christ. It's an awful, awful sound. Heard nothing but great things about this. So I wanted to peep that for sure. Next. What's this? Yeah. The cat tearing up boxes, as she is wont to do. Shit, man. I need to feed them again. This is kind of a rough layout on the back of this, but from the film desk, The Spirit of 45, it says a powerful, unabashedly pro-socialist documentary of England's post-war transformation from a working-class hellscape in the 1930s. So, yeah, it's not the best layout going on there, but this was like stupid cheap, like $8 or something. So I was like, all right, hang out with that. Another one I really wanted to get is Omen. This is a film from with some sick artwork. More Utopia. Shout out Utopia. Like, yeah, this artwork is pretty good, but I like that better. You know, like, that's really good design. This is an African film. I don't remember exactly which country, which is not great of me, but I have the website right here, so I'm going to look it up. Omen. There's still 433 of these. So, like, I'll probably go on sale again. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. I wish Vinegar Syndrome would say the country of origin. I'm pretty sure Criterion does that, and it's helpful. But let's try Letterboxd. Many countries listed on here, so that's not actually very helpful. We have Belgium, Democratic Republic of Congo, France, Netherlands, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, and the United States. That's many countries. Couldn't tell you which one is the primary financier or producer of that title, right? Next is Hypochondriac, XYZ Films, who I think are in trouble right now for the dreaded AI usage. God forbid. So that's sick artwork. Look at that. Like, this is the only time I'm enticed to get slipcovers is when I really, really like the artwork and the price is right. Like, I'm not going to spend $30 for it, but if it's like 12 and I want to prioritize it because I like the artwork, I'll do that. But like, also, if I had just ended up with this is fine, you know? Anyway, I'd heard really good things about this, so I wanted to check it out. Next, this was also on a pretty good deal, VSA, so likely going to be a single press. This is the first VSA 4K, the Johnny Toe film. I think Sam Deegan is on this, and if she's not, then she definitely likes it. Yep, video essay. Sam Deegan is the GOAT. That's the fact right there, but it's called Lifeline. Looks cool to me, so wanted to check that out. Next, from Big World Pictures, this looked like it was pretty good. I don't know, man. All these blind buys. It's maybe not the best idea. But it's called Rimini. Big World Pictures. Big World Pictures. It sounded like I said Big Girl Pictures. Maybe I should start a label called Big Girl Pictures. This was like $8. And I like this label a lot, and I think that they're hella underrated, and this had really good reviews. So I was like, sure, I'll check that out. I didn't get the slipcover on this, because I thought that the standard edition artwork was fine, and it was a couple bucks cheaper, and it will take up less space on my shelf. So, going with that. This is not a movie, but it was in my pile for some reason. I guess I never put it on the shelf, but I went ahead and got this because it was a really good price, and it sounded really interesting, and it's very short, so I'm more likely to actually read it. Revolutionary Desires: the political power of the sex scene. It's a book that was on the Melusine site. It was like $10. As you know, I am a big proponent of sex scenes in movies. And in general. So, who's the author on this? I can't pronounce that. Juelin Tam? Hopefully that focuses enough. I don't know. Sex on screen. Oh no, let's read this first. Big ideas, pocket-sized books. I'm big on that. Okay, we'll get to it. It says at the top, desire reminds us that deep in our bones there is something we want and don't have yet, and revolution has to be done by bodies that want to be free. Pretty good. Make sex scenes great again. I agree. I agree with that. Sex on screen is unnecessary, gratuitous, and serves no purpose. This is the sentiment on the rise as cinema becomes less and less sexy. Can I just get on my hobby horse for a second? The amount of people that I see unironically saying, sex scenes aren't necessary. I see these takes and they have like hundreds of thousands of likes, and I'm like, are you guys actually being for real? Which parts of the movie are necessary and which parts are not necessary? You know, none of it's necessary, right? Like these are not things that have to exist. Like, if the director or the writer, whoever, thought that it should be there, then it was necessary. That's it. It's such a bizarre way to look at it. Like, oh, we lingered on that shot for 3 seconds too long. It really wasn't necessary. Like, it's not just like like, just look up the plot summary if that's all you care about. Like, Jesus. Like, not everything has to be a vehicle for moving the plot forward. Not everything even has to have a plot to begin with. I want these people to sit through a fucking Tarkovsky movie and be like, wow. Wow. All of this was really unnecessary. That or like a Bruce LaBruce movie. I would say those sex scenes are pretty necessary to his films, but you know, I guess the fucking woke prudes would disagree, I guess. There is a huge push online for the desexualization of movies and TV. It's rather bizarre to me. It's the fucking baby brain. I'm being mean. There are a lot of children on the internet who maybe aren't there yet, you know? That's a really good rebuttal of that talking point. Thank you. Think of a movie like Old Boy without the sex scene. Well, they didn't have to show it. All they had to do is tell you that it happened. I like that. I like... We didn't have to see that travel scene. We could have just known that they got there, you know? Just like... watching The Princess Bride, but only wanting the parts where the fucking guy is reading the story to the little boy. You didn't have to show any of that, you know? Jeez. We get the idea from the narration. So irritating to me. Anyway. They just haven't seen Ass Masters of the Silver Screen yet. Should be taught in schools. Juan-Lin Tam counters that sex scenes can open our minds and bodies to the possibilities of new futures and seduce us towards an expanded political imagination. I mean, that's true. But it can just be enough. Oh, thanks, Nosferatu. I appreciate that. We're so close to our goal. 95%. We've $15 away. Somebody wants to make it happen. We got the horny crew in... validating my pro sex scene takes. Let's run that back. Godzilla's very happy and probably horny too. Hopefully that came through okay and you don't just hear it picking up from my speakers because my earbuds are dead. That was part of why it took me. That's good. Thank you. That's probably why, that was part of why it took me a minute to get everything set up, because I was trying to get my earbuds to work and I said, fuck it. I just won't be playing anything with sound. But the donations, hopefully, did it go through okay? Did the sound go through like normal? I don't know, let me know. Okay. What I was saying is, like, it doesn't have to be all of this. I think it is all of this. I think it is necessary and, like, you know, politically useful and socially valuable and this, that, and the other. All it has to be is cool and hot and sexy. I mean, it can exist because we like watching hot people have sex on camera. That can really just be the end of it, you know? You don't have to justify it past that. It's like, oh, why was that establishing shot so long? It's like, because it looked good? Because they set it up? Like, I don't know. Like, that's the whole thing. And a visual medium is the fucking visuals. Like, Jesus. Okay. Through The Matrix Reloaded, Lingua Franca, and beyond, Revolutionary Desires explores how the form's intimacies, transgressions, and dedication to pleasure can be uniquely poised to rupture dominant narratives of capitalism and the violences that flow from it. Why is the sex scene, demonized as it is, therefore more politically important and subversive than ever? And how can it power a desire for something more? Person spitting. I don't know their gender. Whoa. Thank you. Shit. Goddamn. Steven, I appreciate you. I thought you were just gonna get us to the finish line, but that's very appreciated. Damn. Wow. Thank you. We're running that shit back. 6-7. Let's go. You'd like that We Kill for Love documentary if you haven't seen it. I do have it. I haven't watched it yet. But yeah, we need to, this is part of why I think Baby Girl is not just one of the best, but one of the most... Whoa, thank you. Y'all are popping off. Thank you. Keep it, let's go. Well, hell yeah. We're doing it. That's why I think it's not just one of the best, but one of the most important films of, like, the decade. Is that it's not only highly sexual and subversive in its sexuality and just, like, really hot, but it's, like, commenting on the sort of new sexual mores and kind of, like, exploring the edge cases. And anyway, I wrote a fucking script about it. If I could get past my goddamn anxiety and shoot a video again, it'll exist. But that movie is just astounding to me. Sheesh. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. Did we, oh, can we get confirmation that the sound still goes through okay, even if I don't have headphones in? I'll play it again. I'll run this one back because it's the biggest one. It goes through. Nice. Nice. I hear something fell outside. I hope everything's okay. Okay. You may also like, there's a customers only also watched. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay. Not great. Holy shit, we got another donation in. God damn, y'all. Y'all made my day. I'm fucking... I was so fucking depressed today. I'm feeling pretty good now. I don't know. Doing this cheers me up, even when it's hard. Let's run this back. God damn, y'all. Thank you. You'll see that I needed it. Okay, so if you are in the Discord, you'll know that Bigwig knocked over my copy of Columbia Classics Volume 1. So I have them set up on the spinner shelf so that each one, and then you spin it, and then they're like at the top, like kind of in a square, right? And he broke it. The single most valuable thing in my collection. He knocked it over and it broke. And if you can believe it, what do you know? Columbia Classics Volume 2. Yeah. He broke it. He broke it. He's breaking all my out of print shit in order. So I don't know what they're worth after they've been destroyed by a cat. I'll get my book glue on these to get them fixed, but whatever. I didn't buy them to resell, so it is what it is. Anyway, is this the one I bought you? No, that's volume 3. Presumably that's the next one he's going to break. Is volume 3. Because he's going in order. Jesus. Do I have volume 4? No, you bought me volume 4. So we got one to go. Because I have 1 through 4. Yeah. And X's mom got me volume 3. I guess Kitty is more of an MGM guy. I think you're the second person to make that joke. That's really funny. He said, fuck Sony, fuck Columbia, eat a dick. That's what my cat said. Okay, then I have some time. I guess I just gotta move those. I don't know. Because he's jumping up to the top of the spinner shelf. And then I guess when he comes back down, he knocks him over. Which is really fucked up. Welp, let's keep going. I don't know where else I'm gonna put them. I don't have a lot of fucking space, Bigwig. Anyway. That one he actually knocked over when he jumped up. Awesome. I don't even know what to say. Let's find out together. I see plenty of wall room behind you that can fit shelving. I managed to get him down without him knocking anything else off. I appreciate it. So the thing with these walls is that they're gonna be for decorating, because this is my recording space, right? So this is where all the one sheets are gonna go. So like, yeah, I could put another shelf here, but I don't know. Maybe I'll get another small shelf and put it there and then put the posters on top of it. But like, it's the perfect setup for displaying them because they're like landscape shaped items, you know? So like when you spin it, you just see them each. Gonna frame them. Yes, I am. Sort of. Probably make a video about how I'm gonna put my one sheets up or whatever, because it was a whole fucking process. Cats, dude. I don't even know what to say. What can you do? Which one sheets are you gonna put up? Well, previously I had my Watership Down and my Nosferatu the Vampire ones up here. But they fell off the wall, which is awesome. So I had to get a little creative with the solutions with that, and we'll see. We'll see. Are you into Christmas movies? Yeah, I said at the top of the stream that my My choice for the film I would watch every day for a year if I had to do that would be The Muppets Christmas Carol. But yes, I love Christmas movies. I'm gonna do a Christmas movie marathon at my house next month, probably. All right. Columbia Classics 4K Volume 2. How much money did my man just fucking toast right now? Let's go to sold. $200. $200. 100. Okay, this makes me feel better, honestly. I don't know. Like, yeah, that's a lot of money, but like, I bought these because I want to watch them. And like, to rebuy them would be, yeah, so like 150. I mean, to rebuy these on 4K would be minimum $60, and they don't even exist on individual 4Ks. So, I don't know, whatever. You guys in the Discord actually made me feel a lot better about the first one because I was pretty upset about it just because it is worth a lot of money. Are a really good memory. Like they're really they almost become more valuable when the pets have passed because it's something to remember them by. And that's something that was almost true for me this week. So, you know, if anything, I'm not actually mad. It's okay. This is just be a memory. I'll just glue this up and then I'll always remember when my dumbass cat broke my shit. But he's probably, that fucking idiot's gonna live forever, I swear to God. He's gonna be a thorn in my side as long as he can. Anyway, we only got a few titles left to go, so next is The Beastmaster. This is not a movie that I like love or anything like that. I do like it a lot. But it was going out of print and it was like $15, so I was like, sure. Sure. If I ever want to watch it, I'll have it. And if I don't, it'll be out of print, so it'll keep its value and I can pass it on. Don Cascarelli for the win. Yeah, it's a good movie. These next three are kind of like a bundle sort of deal. And I already like kind of reviewed them on a live stream. But it's these three with the sort of redone slipcovers. They're also going out of print and we're on really good. They were like $12 each. So I was like, sure, why not? But we got Grave Robbers. Thanks, 9volt. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the donation. You're the best. Have a great week. Indeed. Grave Robbers. This is my favorite of the three, and I actually really like that artwork. The fucking creepy Reaper guy. And then there's the original artwork. Yeah, this is definitely my favorite. I really liked it. There's also a new Cemetery song called Grave Robber, and I think about that. When I think about this movie, they go together, you know? Then there's Don't Panic. I think this was my least favorite, but it was still pretty good. More good artwork here. Creepy dead grandmas or some shit going on the back. I like the shirt that this guy wears in this whole movie. It's silly. Should I be doing Sundays again? I feel like this really popped off. I was doing Saturdays for a minute, but this has been cool. Maybe we'll do Sundays again. And it can be a little bit later, which is kind of good for me. And the last one is Cemetery of Terror. I'll need to pull up the song. I don't remember it. I like this back artwork too. I will say, I really don't like this back artwork. I don't like how this dude's face looks. It looks weird. It looks bizarre. I like the bottom half of the artwork. I think that's cool, but top half is strange, you know? Yeah, Cemetery of Terror. I like this one a lot. Crazy movie, fun stuff. This has the best of the like old artworks for sure. Look at that guy. That's fucking sick. If there's one thing I love, it's a cool skeleton. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. All right. This last one. This was maybe ill-advised. I don't know why I bought this. I do know why, but maybe it was a bad idea. This is a VSA. I got number 5,675 of 6,000. This is Unmasking the Idol. This was like $11 and it was going out of print, obviously. I mean, they're all going out of print, but this was in the going out of print section, which I thought was interesting. I'm not really sure what the distinction is there. But New Rose Hotel is gone. Glad I picked mine up in store on... Really? Hold on. Hold on. That's crazy. Unmasking the Idol is great. Oh my god. You're right. I was just saying how nothing sells out. How many of these did they run through? 3,000? Okay. All right. Go off. Cinematograph. Shout out. All right. Which essays can I not get now? Felipe Furtado, Justin Liberty, and Nick Newman. Damn, I didn't realize that this was popping off. Now I'm getting my fucking FOMO. I don't really have $35 to drop, but I mean, I guess I do now. Now I can't get it. No possession is sacred. No secret is safe. A corporate raider and his henchmen use a chanteuse to lure a scientific genius away from his employer and family. What is a chanteuse? Maybe I should know that, but I mean, I can kind of guess. Oh, a French word for a female singer. Okay, a cabaret performer. I'm a big fan of the film. It's not for everyone, though. Someone would resell it later. I mean, for sure. But it might go like... I assumed it was sex worker, but then when I looked it up, it seems to be specifically like a nightclub singer. I think people will be confounded by it. That too. Yeah, I don't know. Since it was such a hot commodity, it might be resold for... This might be one that goes for a lot of money. But I'll be okay with a standard. If somebody bought it and can just scan me the booklet so that I can get the essays, I'll share them in the Discord and stuff. I just want to read the essays. I don't actually need the fancy packaging at all. So I'll be on the lookout for... It looks like it's streaming on Prime and Tubi. So I'll have to check this one out. But yeah, good for them. I'm glad that this sold out. She sings in it. Her main job is sex work. The character, sure, but is that what the word means? Let me look it up again. Search. Yeah, it just means a singer. I mean, I guess the implication probably in a lot of the culture surrounding it is that there's something to do with that, but you know, yeah, cabaret. A cabaret dancer like isn't necessarily also a sex worker, right? All right. Go off. Good job. Good job, friends. You did it. Vinegar syndrome. Trying to think if there's anything else I need from here. I do like this shirt. The longs, well, shit. They blew through these. Never mind. I was gonna say this shirt here. Let me pull it up here. I really like it. We got the sexy big titty lady with the giant sword. And then we got the fucking sleeve print. It's hard. Is it just the one sleeve? I think so. She's got snakes. They might reprint this. I don't know about a heavyweight long sleeve though. This sounds like it's gonna be a lot. I mean, it looks cozy though. It doesn't, does it say what it's printed on? Does not, so I don't know. This is the sort of thing where I gotta be sure that I'm not gonna be... My fucking sensory autism needs to be assuaged with this sort of thing. We got the socks. Devil Times 5 a good movie? It's pretty good. I don't like love it, but if you like sort of oddball snowy horror movies, it's worth a shot. It's a cool movie. Okay, Unmasking the Idol. The reason I bought this was it was going out of print. It wasn't just yeah, it's a good watch, but nothing ultra memorable. I would agree with that assessment. I think I gave it like a 7 out of 10. Like, it's pretty good. We're not gonna print this again, probably. Right, so it always says, like, let me just pull one up so I can get the exact verbiage, because I'm blanking. VSA. Strictly limited and may, but probably not, be followed by standard edition in the future. So I guess when it ends up in the going out of print section, it's like they're definitely not going to be reprinting them in the future. It's like fully out of print, right? And oh, it's still here. How many copies are left? A good amount. I guess I didn't need to rush on this. I think it was just in a really good price. Anyway, I watched this on Plex, and it was like a kind of a rough version of it or whatever. I figured I'd if I ever wanted to watch it again, then I'd have it in nice quality. It's one of the better monkey movies of all time. You see this guy? You see this fucking guy? Yo. He's on the back. The monkey in this movie kicks ass. So fucking good, dude. Like, crazy. He's so good. I love him deeply. Random question, but have you ever seen Goodbye Uncle Tom? That movie is fucked. No, but I'd save him for a rainy day. And if I'm doing really bad, if I'm having a really bad day, if I'm really fucking depressed, sometimes it really helps me to put on an ultra fucked up movie. And then I'm like, well, could be worse, right? I don't know. That seems a little reductive. It's more so like feel something, you know? That sounds kind of sad, but it is what it is. Give me 2 seconds. I muted that. You're welcome. I ended up grabbing Biozombie with the OG slipcase, Phase 4, The Tenant, and Kuroko, Beast of the Amazon. The ones that I've seen of those are fucking bangers, by the way. This was... Okay, let me share my screen again. This was a subscriber exclusive slipcase, but I guess they started selling them. I don't know. It's kind of lame. The OOP edition of this release is still in stock since there were leftovers following our 2025 Labor Day sale, available for a limited time only. Yeah. Oh, here it is. The hard case, excuse me, only offered as a subscriber perk back in 2023 for this Labor Day weekend sale. We are making the remaining inventory available for purchase for the first time. Okay. Sure. And then, is Phase 4 sold out now? If I ever end up making the video of their best releases of 2024, this will be on it. Yeah, this movie rocks. It's so good, and I am a defender of the artwork, for sure. It's got a book in it. It's cool. Yeah, Phase 4 is awesome. And then, what else did you get? The Tenant? I bet that sold out. I love this movie. Yeah, it's done. It's got a really cool packaging too. So there's that. I was gonna sell my Scream Factory Blu-ray of this, but the video essay that Sam Deegan did is not on here, despite the fact that she is the special features producer at Vinegar Syndrome. I asked her about that, and she was, maybe I shouldn't say anything, but she was not happy about that. So I don't know. I guess I'll hang on to it. And then, I guess, is Kuroko either on a good sale or low? I am curious about it. Yeah, it's getting pretty low. I like the artwork, but probably not great. Yeah, what happened to this person with the awesome nails? Bring this person back. There's somebody at Vinegar Syndrome for who a long time you would always see them holding the product, and they always had their fucking nails done like so well. I don't know if they redid them for every photo shoot or what, probably, but they always look immaculate. Okay, catching up. The monkey drives a tank in the sequel. Are you telling me there's a sequel? And the monkey drives a fucking tank? Not unmaking. Unmasking the idol. Okay. Yeah, look at him. Look at that fucking monkey, dude. He's so cool. Yeah, I didn't even give it a good rating and I bought this shit. I don't know, man. Hell yeah. Is the monkey seated? No. Okay. Well, that's the one. Obviously. Kuriku is cool if you're into the 50s style movies like that. I enjoyed it. He also stars as the lead in the horror film Shakma. Oh, nice. Typhoon? Let's go, my man. Hell yeah. Look at him. I've seen half of this man's filmography. Is this the sequel? It is. Well, we are watch listing this shit for sure. A secret agent and his rude baboon foil a madman out to wake up Hitler and rule the world. Yo, this has to be good. What kind of name is Worth Keeter? I don't know, but that's a name for sure. Dogs of Hell? Yo, this poster is hard. That shit is hard, bro. Damn. A pack of Rottweilers bred and trained by the U.S. military to kill humans escaped to ravage the peaceful mountain resort town of Lake Lure. I don't mean to victim blame. But if you're rolling up to a place called Lake Lure and that ends up luring you into a untimely death, I don't know, man. It's like rolling up to Nilbog, you know what I'm saying? It's up to the local sheriff to protect his small community. Okay, so this is just a guy who was given money for any insane harebrained idea he had, and I really, really admire that. This looks awesome. A cinematic study in classic horror. A man finds out that his family has a werewolf curse put upon them. I like how it's called Wolfman, and that's just like the most generic possible werewolf plot. He looks sad as fuck, dude. I'd watch this too. Shit. All right, back to this king, Typhoon. Yo, that's like the hardest portrait of all time. If I had a picture that was this good, yo, my man. What do you mean it? Fuck you. Is a baboon most famous for the lead role in the classic horror film Shakma? I need to see that actually. Can I have this boy's gender? I assume he's a man, maybe incorrectly. Handler was Jerry Therian. Typhoon also played a supporting role in The Fly and portrayed sidekick Boone in Unmasking the Idol and Order of the Black Eagle. When asked what its favorite performance had been, Typhoon... I'm gonna find this monkey's gender, okay? Typhoon. Monkey. Baboon. People are gendering him male. So that's what we're gonna go with. He's a baboon in The Fly. It would appear so. I need to see Shakma for sure. This is not on my watch list. It is now. I think monkeys are scary. Yo, look at this shit. God damn. It's fucking scary, dude. I think monkeys are scary. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a monkey marathon. Monkey May. Phase 4 blew my mind. The ending on the Blu-ray is better than the 4K at that point, and then I'm gonna pop in the Blu-ray for the better ending. Mankey. Mm. I'm ready to dive hard into this filmography. Yeah, it looks pretty sick. You ever see Ilsa She-Wolf of the SS? Just picked up from Kino. No, I haven't, actually, though I am pretty interested in it. Is that streaming anywhere? Probably some of the more unethical movies ever made, but that's kind of why they're interesting, right? No. No streaming service is touching this shit. Ilsa, a warden in a Nazi death camp that conducts experiments on prisoners, strives to prove that women can withstand more pain and suffering than men and therefore should be allowed to fight on the front lines. You know, when I was doing my research for the Ed Gein episode that I did with Girl Scouts and Jalo, I discovered that this person never actually made, like, skin lamps or whatever. Like, that's just fully a myth. I started reading something. I totally lost my train of thought. Sorry. Anyway. We're at 2 hours. I was wondering if I was going to fill 2 hours today, but we did. So that's pretty cool. We got one left. We got one thing left. And then I'll leave it to you all if you want to, if you have anything you want to talk about or anything like that, we can do that. This does have a great poster. I'll say that. The Ilsa movies are definitely controversial. They're nothing too crazy, but they're an interesting watch. Oh, that's interesting. I feel like, well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen enough to say that, so I'll leave that be. The last thing that I grabbed is this chunky boy, which I appreciate that this could probably withstand a fall better than the Columbia sets. Because it's all one piece, you know? Lots of sex and nudity. That's fun. Shosco Volume 2. This was going out of print and everybody was doing their sale of like the last copies of this. Can you hear that? Can't hear that. Okay. Probably can't hear it very well. And yeah, everybody was charging $80 for it, and I was like, it's a little more than I can or am willing to pay right now. But I could maybe do like 70. So I found some people that were selling it on eBay, and I shot over an offer on this one. $70, free shipping. They'll probably say no. They immediately said yes. So then I was committed, right? But this has the Boxer's Omen on it, which I was lucky to attend a screening of that here in Richmond on a big screen, which is pretty cool. Movie rips. It's a crazy movie. I guess I'll take you through the box of these. This is a line I would like to keep up with, just because they're, you know, a good value for what it is. And you get these nice big booklets, so to contextualize the films and read about them. And I think they're more cost efficient than the standard editions that they're putting out. So And they're just really nice boxes too. Sorry, I keep hitting the microphone. It's probably not great. But yeah, these are really nice sets. Big fan. Jeff, you might be able to get one. Let me see. Let me check for you. Because I think stores might still have them. And if not, there were definitely quite a few copies on eBay when I was looking. So, unfortunately, this didn't come with a J card. So I couldn't scan it. I had to do it manually, but I don't like J cards anyway, so it's fine. All right, let me check ye old eBay. Shawscope. Volume 2. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Damn, bro, they sold this one yesterday for 55 bucks? Bro. That's fucked up. Let me uncheck sold. Yikes. Okay. Okay. Yeah, here you go. Jeff, I am dropping this in the chat for you. Yeah, whoops. Did we just lose connection, or was my thing being weird? Let me know. Let me try that. Right now? Is that what's happening? Someone confirm. You can still see me. Oh, we're still good. It's been bad on my end for a while, but I figured it was my internet. Really? For how long? That sucks. Buffering on my end. Okay, let me switch over here. Didn't realize that we were... Fuck. Okay. Okay. I don't know why this is happening. I turned the Wi-Fi off so that it would just be the hardwired, but it's not working. It like totally went off when I did that, so I don't know why. Anyway, the thing that I wanted to say, Jeff, is that I can't paste the link because it's too long for the chat box, but there is one left on eBay for $80. So I think you should get that. Well, okay, actually, there's a few. There's one here for 78. There's one here that's missing the outer case, it looks like, for 50. One for 90, one for 80. Okay, there's actually quite a few for under $100, so I think you should get that. Send it to me on Instagram. Okay. Actually, just if you just look up Shawscope Volume 2 on eBay, yeah, there's a bunch of them for pretty good prices. So, yeah, you're welcome. Okay, well, I guess the universe is telling me it's time to stop. Because this is not working. I don't know why, but oh well. This was fun. Thanks, y'all, for bearing with me, for being cool, chill people. I appreciate you all. What do you want for Christmas? Second person to ask me that today. Okay, I'll bring this up again. I do have an Amazon wish list, but also I wanted to add some non-Amazon things to it so that I could just have one list of all the stuff. But I couldn't figure out how to do it. Yeah. Couldn't figure out how to do it. So yeah, the Amazon wish list is in the description of all my videos. Dude. Okay, looks like we lost it again. All right, I'm going to look into making a regular wish list that isn't linked to Amazon necessarily, and then go from there. Jesus. Sorry for the connection issues. Shouldn't be happening as I am hardwired into the goddamn router, but what can you do? All right, y'all. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for being here. Maybe I'll start doing Sundays now, because this was really popping off. Try Elfster for the list. Thank you. Let me look that up. Elfster. Secret Santa website. Nice. Do I have to make an account for this shit? All right, whatever. I'll do that. Am I hardwired to self-destruct? Apparently, because this shit's shutting down. Like, goddamn, dude. Fuck. No, don't do that. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go with this elf shit. We're hanging out. Oh, I need to run everything back. Let's do it. We got people popping off. Thank you, Nosferatu. Thank you, Ragnar/Steven. And thank you to our favorite anonymous tipper. Y'all are the goats. Goated as fuck. Hell yeah. We out here. Alright, thanks everybody. We're gonna call it while I still have a goddamn connection. And I'll see you next either Saturday or something.